Okay, so let's talk about this thing called cash budgeting. You know, the envelope life, the savings challenges, all the good stuff. I've been doing this for 4 whole years. And let me tell you, it's been a journey. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my cash envelopes, my little wallet, all of my categories. It's something that I truly have learned to love. Wait, where does that money come from? I love all the cute envelopes, all the scratch-off challenges, but sometimes I'm like, there's a realistic side to cash budgeting we don't talk about, and that's why I'm bringing this video, so we can talk all about the pros and the cons of cash budgeting. Well, hey, if you're new here, my name is Salisa, and I thought I'd talk about cash budgeting with tons of experience. I have a lot to tell, and I can give you some behind the scenes as to if you think this type budgeting will be for you. Well, I have some errands to run, and I thought before we start off on our next destination, let me first talk to you a little bit about the first set of pros and cons. One of the biggest pros is it helps to keep me accountable. Whenever you put money into cash envelopes and it's gone, it is gone. You cannot overdraw an envelope. There's no overspending if you're 100% dealing with cash. You either got it or you don't, period. And that leads me to the next point. The con side of this is you're constantly coming to the bank. Whether you're coming to put money into the bank or you're coming to put money out, it seems like, I'm at the bank a lot more than I would like to admit. And where I don't come daily, I do find that I come probably at least weekly. I pulled up to the bank today to make a deposit for some expenses I had for my father, and I realized it's Juneteenth and the bank is closed. So I decided to start the video off here in the bank's parking lot. Isn't it fitting? I'm about to order me a Dunkin' coffee, and I have a free one. So once I order that, we're going to head over to Dunkin' to pick up my coffee. I have some other errands to run as well, and we'll talk about the next set of pros and cons when we get there. Just got me a free cold brew. So we're going to place our order for $0 and head directly over to Dunkin'. I'll see you guys in a bit. I'll call you right back. I literally thought that I was the only one that would need a 5 o'clock pick-me-up. I guess I was wrong. While we wait in line, let's go ahead and talk about the next pro and con. The pro is cash budgeting makes you feel your money. There's just something about having cash in your hand that makes you actually think before spending it. It's very different than spending with a card. It's like, do I really need this Dunkin' today? This was a perfect place to come, though, because I had a free coffee. So I didn't have to use a card or anything like that in order to get this Dunkin' today. But you do think, like, do I really need this Dunkin' if I have to pull $5 out of my cash envelope versus saving the money to go towards my next girls' trip? But that also leads me to a huge con, which is in times like this, if I was to order and I wanted to hit the drive-thru and order ahead in the app, I have to have some money in my checking account as a buffer so that I can get my online coffee and then move those funds from my coffee envelope back to deposit to put it back to my buffer. Do you see all the transactions that have to be made? And if you're an Amazon girl like me, cash budgeting can destroy you because you literally want to order whatever you want from Amazon and you have to be disciplined enough to move from certain categories back to the deposit in order to put it back into the bank from your buffer every time you place an online order of any sort. Sometimes I place like online orders for my son's shoes and I have to remember to go into the clothing fund and get the money out and put it back into the buffer. I try to keep at least $500 in the bank because I never know when I'm going to need to make a purchase, and I have some credit cards that I never use if I really have to. But that is a lot of moving around of cash and keeping track so you can put the cash back where it actually belongs instead of in your envelopes ready to spend a second, third, and fourth time, because that money actually belongs back in the bank when you use your debit card or back to your credit card if you use your credit card in order to make these online purchases. And I found that can be a huge con for people to work through.
Excuse me, Duncan, how can I help?
Hi, I had a mobile order for Salisa.
Let's pull around.
Thank you. I think over time you do find workarounds because, for instance, with my money that I have for coffee, sometimes I will load it onto my Starbucks card at the store. And that way I'm able to order through the app using my Starbucks money already preloaded. But it is a con. It seems as if everybody is out here trying to get a coffee. So anyway, I'm going to get to the next stop and I'll go over my next pro and con of cash budgeting. I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to call you right back, okay? I'm going to call you back. Pick up the phone. I had a cold brew coffee, mobile, Salisa. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Before we pump my gas, I am going to go inside. Let's go ahead and grab some cash out of my cash envelopes. I'll be going directly to gas, and I should have some money in here to fill up. Yes, $50. So we're going to go inside and pay because, again, I have cash. So let's head inside and pay for the gas, and then we'll talk about the next pro and con. Since I've been loving Celsius a little bit more than coffee, I think I'm going to grab one of those, and then I'll put the change into my vehicle for gas. I'm happy that you guys are out here running errands while we talk about the pros and cons of budgeting. Okay, hold on. Let me pay for this gas and get out of here. I'm going to try this one. Kiwi strawberry.
It'll be $46.45.
Thank you so much. No, I'm good. Thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good one.
You too. Take care. Does anybody want to guess how much gas is per gallon in Atlanta? $3.09 a gallon. That's for regular. Okay, because I've already paid for my gas and I'm here, let's talk about the third pro and con. My third pro is cash budgeting is Cash budgeting is low-key therapy. I know. It sounds dramatic, but it's true. Sitting down, lying out my envelopes and my binders, doing my savings challenges is just so peaceful and relaxing. It's like a bit of financial self-care. Budgeting with cash has really truly helped me to stop avoiding my money and avoiding recognizing what I have to spend, but it holds me accountable. And yeah, that brings peace to my life. That also leads to the next con, which is cash can be a bit overwhelming. Cash can easily get lost, and if you guys know me, I lose everything. Luckily, I have not lost a cash wallet after a cash stuffing, but cash can easily get lost. It can get stolen. So there are some securities to just having a debit card that you can easily block if something goes wrong versus having the cash with you. Yeah, that has to be a con to cash budgeting. Once it's gone, the cash is gone. Doesn't matter if you lose it, if someone stole it, if you spend it, it's gone. So that is a definite con to cash budgeting. If you don't know, all these packages over here are Etsy store orders, and I need to go drop those at the post office. So that's where I'm headed next. And when we get there, I'll talk about the last pro and con of cash budgeting, and then we'll kind of wrap this whole video up. Let me sip my coffee. That coffee is good. I haven't been to Dunkin' in so long. I have been 100% just dealing with Starbucks, but that Dunkin' is on to something today. Okay, let's get out of this gas station. But you know what? I'm getting errands done while you guys are here, so I appreciate you for being here with me. Let's move on to the next stop, and I'll call you right back. Okay, so the question is, am I a space cadet? I literally just left the bank saying that it was Juneteenth and it's a federal holiday, and so they're closed. And yet and still, I pulled up at the post office with all my packages. And then the post office is closed. It's literally a federal holiday, Salisa. Banks and post offices are closed. And of course, I have all my errands to run involving banks and holidays on Juneteenth. Okay, while we're here in the post office parking lot after I just dropped all those packages, let's go ahead and talk about the last pro and con of cash budgeting. The biggest and the most... Is my son... What's happening with the sun? What? Okay. The biggest and most impressive pro of cash budgeting is it's actually fun. I'm in the shadows now. The sun... Wait. Let me come over here. It's actually fun, guys. It's like I turned budgeting into a game where it used to be so stressful in order to sit down and find out how much money I had or didn't have, what I can pay or had to hold off on paying. Now it's like a game for me, literally. Between dice rolls, mystery scratch-offs, and savings challenges with cute little characters on them, I've made this process into something I actually look forward to. Even the community that I'm building here online, it is so fun to engage with other people that find cash budgeting as inspiring as I do. That's the biggest pro. Now, the con to that is it really isn't for everyone. If you hate organizing your cash or counting cash or remembering to actually bring your envelopes, it might drive you a little bit crazy because it does take some consistency. But let me tell you, the real reward is freedom. Freedom. You always know exactly how much you have, and you don't even really have to track it. I remember the days when I had to use a checkbook register and had to track everything. I am of the type of cash budgeter that doesn't even track anything. If I have money in groceries and I spent some of it, whatever's left is what I have for groceries. And if I need to borrow some from Eat Out in order to make groceries work, I do it. That's the way that I run my cash budgeting system. So yeah, that's everything. After 4 years of cash budgeting, do I still love it? Yes. The answer is yes. Because here's what I know for sure. Cash budgeting taught me discipline. It showed me where my money is really going and helped me to build the life that I actually want. And that, my friends, is worth every bank trip that I have to take and any con that I listed in this video. Well, thank you guys for coming out and running some errands with me. Drop down below in the comment section what you think is your pro or con or one of each about cash budgeting and the way that you do it, because it might be different than mine. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, put this one single emoji right here letting me know that you made it. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video because it helps it to be suggested to other people who might need to see the pros and cons of cash budgeting from a real perspective of someone who's been doing it for 4 years. Also, share this video with someone if you think they would enjoy. All right, I think that's everything. I need to head back home and get some stuff in order and get this video out to you guys. I will be talking to you all very soon. Thanks so much for watching and coming along with me for some errands while we talked about the pros and cons of cash budgeting. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.